the work we've been doing with CDPS has resonated so much with our own strategy that was formulated pre our involvement with CDPS. Our strategy talks about being person-centered, and our work with CDPS talks about measuring the needs of users. We also talk about agility in our strategy and our approach, and the work with CDPS talks about adapting and testing and reiterating things, not being afraid to fail. So there's so many things that we've learned. I think we've learned mutually with CDPS how to approach some of the things that are important to. Working with CDPS has given us the confidence to deliver things by actually being clear on what the issues are before we develop the solution. It sounds obvious and straightforward, but sometimes it takes a third party to actually point out where you might be running before you can walk. And the other thing we're definitely going to take forward following the work with CDPS is the fact that we need to protect time for individuals when they're looking at some of these projects and developments, and that is really important. The staff fed back that the way we protected their time to concentrate on a particular area of work was invaluable. Again, it sounds fairly obvious, but sometimes when you're in the heat of developing things or initiating things, it gets lost in the fog. So it's been really useful, and we will definitely take all those things forward in other work that we do. Bringing CDPS in meant that we needed to work together in an embedded fashion, not just sort of casually dropping in and out. And where we protected time for our staff to concentrate on a particular project, that was also then dedicated by CDPS as well. So they effectively became an internal team, albeit online or over Teams or Zoom. If you don't do that, you run the risk of not really working collaboratively on the project and getting the synergy that is potentially there. The staff that we've used from CDPS, or the resources that we've used from CDPS, I think have also felt that they are part of our team. So there's a mutual responsibility here to make sure it's a two-way street and that both parties feel engaged and valued. I do believe we got that with our relationship with CDPS on the projects. I would just add that I think as a public body, it's great when you come across another public body that was more or less sharing the same values and principles and effectively the same strategy about involving and listening to people. At the end of the day, we're trying to develop a product, i.e. sport and physical activity for the public in Wales. And digital can play an important part in reaching areas we may not be reaching. So working with an agency that has skills in the digital environment has hopefully helped us bridge into a community we might not be fully engaged with at the minute. So it's been really invaluable, and I know the staff who've worked on the projects with CDPS have really enjoyed it and will take lessons forward.